This is yet another Jucy review. This time for the Champ with the little penthouse on top. I've done the crib before, check that out up top. But how I came to get this van was one hell of a fucking journey. Shit, fuck. Let's check it out. But first, let's start with the stuff that I do like. You know what it is that I didn't describe in that video? That it's cozy. I love the coziness of it, and I mean, you'll get that with any camper van. This is my space. I can organize it or keep it as much of a mess as I want, and nobody's gonna fuck with it. I don't have to move any of this stuff. I always know it's gonna be here, whether or not you're caught in the rain, caught in a thunderstorm, if you're in a camper van park. Doesn't matter. This is your room, and it's always going to be like this. If you have the table up, you can do some editing or whatever it is. Or when you want to sleep, it's your bed. So my kitchen is mine.
I got food up in the fridge.
What makes this, the Champ, better than what I had in New Zealand is the top camper. So technically, this sleeps 4. 2 in the bottom, like the crib does, and then 2 up here. Now the bedding's all stored in there. What surprised me the most about the penthouse is that it's actually easier to set up and pull down than it is to make and unmake the bed inside the camper each night. You know, you have to shift all your stuff aside, put the table away. This way it's just like, whoop, and it's up. Now, if you're renting out a 4-berth van, I'm assuming you're not gonna be a lone traveler like me. But on my own, I managed to just open it in about 2 minutes, at most. It's a matter of just opening up a few latches, giving it a shove upward, and then just attaching the ladder. It's literally everything you have to do. This compared to similar setups from other camper vans, this is probably as easy as you can get it when we're talking about something that's manually operated.
How long does it take you to put that up? 5-10 minutes?
Yeah.
Now when you get inside, like I mentioned, you have your bedding already, but you also have netting in the ceiling for all your things, so they're kind of out of the way, but you know where they are because it's easy to lose stuff in blankets. There's plenty of ventilation, and there's also a little fan that's always running, which keeps it cool. And in spite of it being foldable, you're still in a pretty hard shell. It does a really good job of detaching you from the elements like rain and wind. You kind of forget how windy it is outside. And that's in spite of the fact that you're not inside the camper van. Now, even if you are just 2 travelers, I still recommend a 4-berth because this gives you options. When Dixon and I had the crib in New Zealand, we slept pretty snugly and we still felt cool because of the cooler temperatures. I mean, you could have banged in there and you would have been fine. The difference is that this is in Australia, and I was kind of a little bit surprised, I don't know why. On the first night at Diamond Head, I got some mild claustrophobia, I think. It got so warm that I had to sleep with the sliding door open, just letting bugs and whoever was willing to just walk in while I was sleeping. Now, had I known how easy the penthouse part was going to be to set up, I could have just slept in there and would have gotten good ventilation while still having protection from the bugs. Then the morning comes. You're feeling a little groggy, maybe you went out drinking the night before, maybe you just got a terrible sleep because things were waking you up, noises were waking you up. And the last thing you want to do is fuck around with packing away a camper. But I will tell you that it is almost as easy as it was to set up.
You want to see it?
And it is 100% easier than other camper vans.
And how long does it take to take down? For like 15?
13 seconds.
13 seconds, really? But
Once we put down the pole...
you have to take the pole down and stuff, yeah, right.
Then it's just...
What's that like? Like 5 minutes all up in total? Okay.
With the absence of poles and just having that spring-loaded skeleton inside, it took at most 5 minutes, maximum. Let's go. Now I did get a little help from Mark the first time I did this. Oh my god. Need 2 people.
You reckon you will ever do it again when you learn?
Yeah, I'll do it. Yeah, I'll try on my own. It'll be my nice little personal challenge. But I did manage to get it done in about the same time, all by myself on another night. Promise. Pictures or it didn't happen. Now this is where things start to take a bit of a turn, and I'll tell you more about my drama with getting the van later. I don't want to bog the video down with that. And look, don't get me wrong, I'm about to get into some negative stuff, but they're relatively small things, but it's indicative of a bad quality van. Everything in this van is kind of falling apart. The lady, when I got the van, said that at least one of the doors on the side don't open, so it wasn't any point swapping it around. That's what they kept telling me. So the vans just aren't in great nick. Unlike a couple of years ago when I got it from New Zealand. I don't know if that's just the Sydney office, I don't know if that's just Jucy Australia. I was dealing with a completely different company altogether. But look, here are the things that I don't like. Continuity wise, I just got soaked trying to close the doors, so now you know why. Now my number one biggest gripe with this van is the lack of USB ports. In fact, there are none. Now the one that I had in New Zealand, that was covered in USB ports that were connected to that second battery that all these vans have. This one didn't even have anything in the cigarette port. I actually had to ask the Sydney office for one of the insertable USB, and they gave me a double. They had a box of them. So if you don't see any, ask your office. I don't know why they didn't just have it in the car to begin with. And while we're on cables, just bring an aux cable as well, because it seems like these radios aren't Bluetooth enabled. My second gripe with this car is that this car treats me like I'm a fucking idiot. And I think it's driving me crazy. Let me show you. Let me show you this. Come on. I close the door and I put in my key. This is what I have to listen to. It doesn't matter in what station that I bring the key into. If I need to open up the windows or listen to music from the radio, this is what I have to listen to. This does not shut the fuck up. Like, it just goes on and on. It's not the lights. What could it be? I have to put my foot on the brake and then release the handbrake, which is actually a foot brake. If I relax my foot, I'm just gonna roll. I get into the petrol station and I look outside to my van, the lights are on. I walked away to look at the waterfall just now, the lights are on. Every time I get out of this car, I forget to turn the lights off. Hope that's not a problem. Because there's another beep. I can't unhear the other beep. There are so many beeps in this fucking car. This is Captain Cook Lookout. Fuck, shut up. God, what could I call it? Fuck off. The only little gripe I had was that the remote stopped working one day, so I couldn't lock or unlock the car, and you would think, oh, you can just do it manually then, Ryan. But then both sides, they're just jammed. And at the same time, the back windows, I couldn't put them back up. And I was like, this is fucked. I was just like, I have a lot of equipment in here, including the cameras and laptops and stuff. I'm gonna be leaving my car in tourist spots unlocked. I'm gonna have to sleep in the car in the night unlocked. Oh my God. The light is not working. Fuck shit. You fuck bug. Fuck shit. Dick. Shit. You fuck shit. Fuck piece of shit. Alright. We're here. We're finally at the pickup. And I'm gonna run through this very quickly with a map because there's just too much. I made a booking in December. I went to the wrong location because they moved a month ago, was given a van with a door which wouldn't open at the new depot, was told stuck doors weren't broken, was told all Jucy doors are stuck, so don't worry about a replacement. Picked up my bags, realized the headlights weren't working in a tunnel, drove back to the depot, watched them gaff down pieces of my replacement for an hour until they upgraded me to the Champ I didn't need and refunded me a generous $14 after 3 hours until... Oh my God. I'm in the middle of a forest and I just took some photos then and I look what's not working. This light. I don't have hazards. I just realized. So what's gonna have to do now, isn't it? I'm like 4 hours away from Sydney. Look, The concept of Jucy is so fantastic. They cross every T and they dot every I just to make van life that little bit different and a little bit easier. But can I recommend them in practice? No. Am I mortified by the fact that this could be a first-time visitor's experience after the rubber glove of immigration at the airport? Absolutely. Like, I cannot get through this. The van was a bomb. That Sydney office is a joke. They're in the tourism industry, those guys. If there weren't competitors, I would recommend Jucy. But there are competitors, so don't go near that place, that Jucy place. Just don't. Don't. It's the last time I'm ever gonna do this drive.
I'm starting to realise why I didn't come to these places ever.
Because it's not that they're not beautiful.